Well, for many artists, expression is a collaborative process, whether it's the interchange between the artists and their patrons or between a group of artists themselves. So how does that work in our current state of partial shutdown? News Channel 13's Danny Mata has more in tonight's Absolutely Colorado.
Finding new group projects to do. That's not an easy task during a quarantine, but that did not stop Chad Keith. He wanted to find a way to do a community art project. So he put up a Facebook post and he asked people to get involved, and they did not disappoint. He managed to get 12 people across 3 states involved, but most of the artists are from the Springs. And this is what the final project looked like.
I sent them a piece from a larger piece, from a larger image, a photograph. I sent them a small portion of that, and they had no idea what they were doing, or even what the image was that they were drawing, or even the final piece. They had no idea what was going on, kind of like us now in COVID. We have no idea what we're doing.
He made instructional videos for the other artists whose skill sets varied. Their ages varied too. Some were kids and some were adults.
It kind of made me stop thinking about the stuff I was worried about and just think about this little piece of this little tiny project. And I found it very refreshing to do.
It was a good way to bring everyone together through all this since we can't physically be together. So I thought it was cool to show your own style with the picture, to just show how our community is and how to push through.
The project is called We Are In It Together, and it helps all of us realize that no one has to face this crisis alone. And it's a representation of the fact that we can all still work together for a common goal.
It made me cry because it was so sweet to think about how every one of us, just by deciding to join in, can be part of this whole solution.
It is a little weird when I don't really know what my first high school year is going to be like. But I think it was a good reliever to kind of get my mind off of things of what the future is going to look like. I think it's just almost like leaving a mark of just showing that people still are persevering through all of this, even though it's harder to communicate and harder to do things that we used to.
We're still in it together. That's the title of the piece, and that's how we're going to come away from it. We're all doing different things involved in it, but one way or another, we're still all in it together.
In Colorado Springs, Danny Mata, KRDO, News Channel 13.